Hey guys, this is Shawn Sandridge back with another video. Hit that like button, subscribe, and tell a friend about me. So I am doing a follow-up to my video from yesterday, my fitness journey. Yesterday I just kind of gave you the meat and potatoes of what I've been doing for this for the month of July, and how I did it and where I was. And so this is August now, so I'm in my phase 2 of my fitness journey. So what I want to accomplish this month is to continue with what I've been doing as far as eating, and I'm going to increase my cardio. That is going to be the challenge for this month, and kind of give you some takeaways from my phase 1. So if you guys have not seen my video from yesterday, it's called My Fitness Journey. It's an update and what I've been doing. So just to let you know, for me, because of my work schedule, the way I've worked it out is that I have been consistently going to my group CrossFit class, which is at 5 a.m. And so one of the reasons why I have not been on camera is because I'm tired. You know, this has been a completely lifestyle change for me, and I really wanted to dedicate my time to my fitness and really working on cleaning up my diet. And it has taken a lot of time. So I'm going to give you some pros and cons. And even when you hear cons, there's still pros, okay? But they can be setbacks, they can be challenges for many people. So I gave you my food list for pretty much the first 2 weeks. And the whole point of that was to not have any sugar. And most of us know that we take in too much sugar, but the truth of the matter is that there's sugar in so many things. So my diet was heavily restricted for the 2 weeks to get the sugar out, and that is a pro and it can be a con, because a lot of the things that we like, even if it doesn't on site says it has sugar, it may have sugar in the products. And I even found out that you also have to check your seasonings, because some seasonings have a hint of sugar in them. Anything that has like maltodextrin or anything that has a OSE on the end is a form of sugar, okay? So if you're going to have herbs, look at the ingredients, or get the dried seasonings and make your own mixture so there's no additives in it. Go fresh, or you know, I know a lot of people don't want to spend the money, but you can always get that little tiny small box of fresh herbs. I will spend the extra money on a little small box of fresh mint, because I've been using that in my water. I have an infused bottle, and it has a little funnel, a little like reservoir where you can put fruit in it. So with all the water, I try to mix it up and cut up lemons, limes, and fresh mint, or cucumbers, chopped up cucumbers and fresh mint. So that's how I've been kind of keeping up with the monotony of the water. So that's one thing. Another thing that's a pro, and for some people that could be a con, is that you have to meal prep. You have to prep your food. You cannot go out on the fly. Now, there are going to be times where you're going to have to eat out, and so sticking to the plan, since you know what you have to eat or what's on the plan to eat, you know, you can always get a salad. Believe it or not, when I went out to eat a lot of times, I was able to get, you know, grilled chicken and a garden salad, and I would have to tell them no croutons, no cheese, and can I please have some lemon wedges and vinegar, because most places will have vinegar and oil at restaurants. So, and of course people will have lemons, because most people that go out to eat, there's a bar. So getting lemons wasn't a difficult thing, and for the most part getting vinegar was not difficult at all. So having to get rid of the oil. So one of the things that I did to break up the monotony of the first phase, because it was very limited, is my coach told me, you know, you can do the shredded chicken, and what you do is you can put chicken breast in the crock pot, and I just did it frozen right out the bag, because I went to Costco and got a huge frozen bag of chicken breast. So I put it in the crock pot in the morning, and I did a half jar of salsa and cooked that all day. And when I got home, I, you know, was able to shred it up. You can also do the chicken and use that red hot sauce if you like. But I also put pepperoni rings. I put jalapenos in it, some fresh jalapenos because it's green, and made it spicy. And I ate that for several days. I mixed it up. I like taco salad, so a lot of times I would do the shredded chicken and the 2 cups of romaine lettuce, and I'd put the chicken on top of the lettuce and mix it up, because I wasn't using oil for dressing. So that was one of the things I did. And for me, I did a lot of roasting. I roasted my vegetables. I like roasted vegetables, and it's easy to meal prep. So what I would do is I would get a whole big thing of peppers, onions, squash, zucchini, asparagus, Brussels sprouts, and I would just cut them up in big chunks and use a little cooking spray in a bowl. I put all big chunks of the vegetables, because you don't have to be really neat about it, but I would clean it and then cut it up in huge chunks, and then put it in a bowl. I think also asparagus too, and I would spray the vegetables with cooking spray a little bit, and then I would add my ingredients. Also, what you can do that makes it easy is if you have a big cookie sheet, I put aluminum foil on the pan, and then I spray the aluminum foil, and then I would put the vegetables flat, you know, not a big heaping, but lay them flat, and then I would put the cooking spray on the veggies, and then add the seasonings on top, and then put it in the broiler, and I would broil it until it was done. And so I would cut up all my veggies and put them in a baggie, because I would have that prepped for the rest of the week, and then I would roast the veggies, and I'd have those for a couple of days. So it was all cut up and ready to go when I ran out, because sometimes my kids would eat all my veggies when I got home, but no big deal, because I could just, all the stuff that was already cut up, I would just, when I got home, I turn on the broiler, put the aluminum foil on the pan, put the veggies on the pan, spray, add seasoning, put in the broiler while I was getting other things done, talking to my kids, things like that. So meal prepping was great because it kept me focused, but it is a con, because if you're not used to prepping, it is going to be a challenge. Another pro was because I was eating all of my food at home. I saved money. Not going out to eat, not eating on the fly, not eating fast food, you know, spending the money. I went shopping on Friday and Saturday. Sundays for me was my downtime. So I pretty much cut up all the vegetables that I planned on using for the next several days, and cooked the chicken and all that stuff for the next several days. And everything else was prepped, like all the raw veggies were already cut up. So like I said, so if somebody ate the food, it wasn't a big deal to you know, cook when I got home, because it was already done. What else? After the first 2 weeks, obviously so also a pro and a con. You're cooking. If you're not used to cooking and you eat out a lot, that's going to be a con for you. But I will say this, if you meal prep, it'll take all that challenge out. You know, I put on some music or was listening to some of my YouTubers, and I'm cutting and cooking and I'm getting it done for the next. I usually prep out for 3 days, 3 to 4 days, depending on what I'm doing. So as an example, now that I'm able to eat turkey, so now I had turkey sausage. So I would go and cook out a whole bunch of turkey sausage and put it in a container, because I know I'm going to have 2 sausage links. My husband's probably going to have sausage. So I could cook a whole package for the next 3 days and just reheat it when the day came. Hard-boiled eggs. I got all those things done so that it was ready and I could just eat it. A lot of times when I would come home, I would eat a hard-boiled egg, you know, just to keep me from, you know, I was hungry. So while I was meal prepping, one of my meals would be, you know, the hard-boiled egg as a snack. I just fit it into all the meals I'm supposed to have for the day. One of the things that I realized about myself the first couple of days, I had to text my coach because I was finding it very difficult to get the 5 meals in, even with switching out 2 shakes. And I found out for me that I was not eating enough regularly. And so I would have my protein shake like right after I worked out. And then after I would shower and get ready for work, I would have my eggs and vegetables. Well, by the time I've eaten that, to be honest, I didn't want to eat anymore. It really sustained me. And this was before I could eat the turkey sausage. I'm talking about, I'm doing the eggs, the 4 eggs, and I would switch them out between an egg and 3 egg whites, 2 eggs and 2 egg whites. And so she says, you got to get it in. And what she said to me is that if you're not hungry, your metabolism isn't working. And I was like, because a lot of times I would get so busy at work, I would not eat. And then I would end up eating at night. And I wasn't necessarily eating bad food, but I wasn't eating on a consistent basis. So if I had a big breakfast, I probably wouldn't eat anything until the evening. Or I would eat a little something during the day and then maybe eat something at night. The truth of the matter is I wasn't eating consistently enough. But after the first week, my body was looking forward to the food, looking forward to eating. Another unexpected thing that happened to me was I thought that the coffee was going to be my major problem, because I do drink coffee, not as much as I used to, but I used to drink a lot of coffee. And I thought, oh man, you know, I can't drink my coffee black. And the only sweetener I could have was stevia. And I've tried stevia in my coffee and I don't like it. So I switched to drinking herb tea during the day, because I didn't mind a little stevia. And then I found a tea that I really liked that I don't have to put anything in it. And it was a Meyer brand of cinnamon spice. It smells good and I don't need sweetener. But the unexpected thing, and this is gonna be my last thing before I sign off, the unexpected thing I found out is that I didn't really need the coffee. I didn't have those highs and lows that came with my diet. So even though I was getting up at almost 4 in the morning working out, I did not have those slumps. And it's because I was eating whole foods. So I was really surprised. Now, I have incorporated a little bit of coffee, but more often than not throughout the week, I have not had any coffee and I like drinking my tea. For those of you who can't imagine bread and pasta and all that stuff, I really didn't miss that. And now that I'm allowed to have a cheat meal, because she says, you know, we want to reset you and now you can get your cheat meal, now you can plan for those things. So let me know what you think. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.